morning, it's September 23rd, 2020. I'm Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube, and I'm super excited because we're 8 days away from Stitch-tober. So in celebrating Stitch-tober, I'm just trying to bring lots of ideas to you so that when you stitch with Lori and I for October and part of November, you've got ideas. So we had some lovely people send in some great things so that I can show you ideas for Stitch-tober. So I'm super excited. I hope that you guys are going to be stitching with us. So Stitch-tober is where I'm going to be stitching from October 1st to November 15th, different projects and showing it each day, and they're all fall or Halloween themed. I did a video a couple of weeks ago that we can link to that tells you everything I'm doing. I'm excited to get started. I'm trying to wrap up a lot of like loose ends so that I have the time in October to dedicate, because I do hope to finish all of my projects that I start. So I kind of have mine divided where I'm able to start and finish. Now Lori Holt is also going to be doing this for 45 days, but she's going to start bigger projects that she can't finish. And this Friday on her YouTube channel, which is just Lori Holt, she's going to show you everything she's doing. So that'll be exciting. So you can subscribe to her YouTube channel, and on Friday around 4 or 5 p.m. she'll be showing you that. So that'll be exciting. So I'm going to start with hands-on design, sent some items that we can show. So the very first one is called Put on the Hat. And here's the pattern. So in the pattern, you actually get to make two things, two patterns. And instructions on, there's velvet included, and it will make either this or this, but not both. So the purple velvet is included. And there's a finishing template on her blog if you want to finish like this. So I'm going to, and you can see how beautiful this is. This is where she finished it, but you can't even tell. So I'm going to go slowly and turn it in a circle. And her stitches look like rickrack. It's so pretty. Look at the kitty cat. Aww. So then it goes and then it all joins up. Beautiful. And you can use this as a pin cushion, and then you've got another pin cushion you could use on the back. The next one is also by Hands-on Design. It is called Shadow Moon, and this one is stitched on 32 count linen, and you could use Tropical Green by Witchell, which would be similar. So this piece is from 2016, and I like it because it's very original and it's pretty cool. It's like a graveyard. The next item I know all of you guys really like because I have been selling these really good. This is the Scary Apothecary series. It came out in not this year but last year. It started as a series and it just ended. So there are 12 of these. They're stitched on 32 count linen, and these of course are called for colors because these are the samples for the patterns. And if you want to finish them like this, these could be ornaments that you hang on a tree, or you could actually make a garland out of them. And there is a template on her blog, which is Hands-on Design, if you want to finish like this, and Lily has it linked below. I'm going to kind of scoot these up so we can see all of them. So there's 12, and we have a pattern set. And on this one, she used pom-poms on the end. And so it's kind of like a very fun design with lots of like jokes. I don't know how you say it, like puns or, yeah, it's like, they're like funny, but they're very sophisticated colors. The next one you have seen before. Lori is going to be stitching this in Stitch-tober, and so will I, so you have probably seen this a couple of times. Now I'm going to be doing mine a little bit different, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So this is called 3 Patterns by Hands-on Design. So you see the big piece, a smaller piece, and a pillow. Now I am going to be making these two. If I have time, I'm going to also add this one. If I don't, I'm going to make this one next year in Stitch-tober. Now what I'm going to be doing that's different is she stitched on 32 count linen, which is 16 count equivalent. I am going to be using 14 count, so my piece is going to be much bigger than hers. She used the called for colors, of course, which is DMC, and there is a finishing tutorial within the chart on how to make the two side pieces, which I'm about to show you. So I love it. I love that I get to see it in person, and I'm going to be using all the DMC colors that she called for. It's just that I'm using 14 count, so mine will probably be, you know, a little bit bigger. So this is the first part of the chart. I'll show you the back. So the frame is an 8x10 frame from Hobby Lobby, and this is a Lori Holt fabric that she put on the back. The second piece is Hello Autumn. It's so cute. To me, it would really match one of the pieces that I made last year, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it was pumpkins, and I showed it last week. So I can't remember the name of it, of course, but it's very similar design to that, so I feel like it could kind of match. Autumn Skies. And then this is the pillow. And this one is also stitched on 32 count linen, which is the equivalent of 16 count Aida. So mine will come out much bigger, so I am not going to be able to follow her tutorial on how to make this, since I've got to figure out how to make mine because mine is bigger. I think if I would have thought it through, I don't know. I'm just too scared to do 16 count, to be honest. So she did I'm thinking that Kathy must have a selection of scraps and a stash of fabric, because I was checking out her fabric, and this is Lori Holt, this is Corey Yoder, and this is Lori Holt fabric. And I'm not sure who the others are, so she must have a scrap. I do think that Autumn Love would be really cute with this, and that's a Lori Holt fabric that came out about 2 or 3 years ago. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to do, is take some of that Autumn Love fabric and do something similar, but obviously different, because I don't know that I would enjoy doing 16 count Aida, even though it looks great. So that is all of the hands-on design that Kathy sent in, except there is one more. It's behind me. This is Ghost and Gourds. The pattern is here, and it's above my head, and it says boo. So I'm gonna let Lily zoom in and then kind of cover my face so I'm not distracting. And this is a newer one, and this is one where I was saying, like the other ones that are triangles, you could do something very similar to this and connect them. So for example, you could do a couple of these and connect them. And so instead of having these as an ornament, you could do a garland and just connect them. But it's the same kind of thing. So thank you to Kathy Haberman, who sent us all of her things to look at. I wanted to show you this. She worked with Color and Cotton, which is an over-dyed thread that you get 8 yards each. She worked with them to put together this thread pack. So we have a thread pack to make this. So let me know before I go on if you have any questions on hands-on design, and I can answer any questions.
All right, earlier in the live stream, Angela Stoudinger was reminding everyone to hit the like button on this. Helps us out a lot. And then we had a question from Robin Tront. New stitcher here. What's the best way to unstitch?
I simply use a needle. I have been looking, I've looked, and there's like other things you can use that are similar to a seam ripper. I would be way too scared that it would be too sharp to unstitch. Yesterday I did unstitch. I'm going to show it to you. It's in this pile, but I unstitched something. So it was, just to tell you now what it is, Piggy, there's a little piggy face that I made, and I didn't like the brown. One of the browns, it was too light and it didn't contrast enough. So to unstitch it, the next morning I couldn't remember exactly where I started and stopped, so I just kind of stitched that top top X off and just was really careful and just pulled out with my needle. So I use my needle, the tapestry needles are not, they're blunt at the end, so it's easy to use without messing up.
Okay, from Princess P, Holly Martin, Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube, do you know where we can get more of the velvet for put on the hat projects?
I think that Kathy might sell it on her site. I would go to handsondesign.com and she might sell that separately. She does a lot of finishing kits for retreats and stuff, so, and if she doesn't have it, I'm sure she would email you where you could find it.
Okay, from Brenda So-and-so. Hi, Kimberly and Lily. I'm going to stitch Lori Holt's So She Did. I remember that you said not going back and forth on the sewing machine, that it would distort the rows. How should I stitch it?
What?
I think maybe she means that you said like not to go like one direction and the other direction.
That's how I stitch. I stitch in rows. So I would stitch in rows. Now, if you're working with the Weeks Dye Works, if you want it to be variegated, you would do one stitch at a time. If you want less variegation, you could stitch in a row. And we're going to have a sew along with that in January, and I'm going to be sewing along at the same time as you guys, so we can go through all of that.
Okay. And then from Jan Holder, is your backdrop wall real actual spools of Aurifil? I just love the way it looks.
It is. I always have to do that just to show.
Yeah, to be like, it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
From Katrina E, what color fabric would look good for the Ghosty and Gourds banner 14, 16, 25 count?
So she stitched on 32 count linen, and Tropical Green by Witchell would be a close substitute.
Okay. And then we had a super chat come in early on from Valeria Bauer for $19.99. Thank you so much, Valeria. And she put a little pair that says thanks for being you, and it's like looking at itself in the mirror.
Oh,
like
thank you. You always send a super chat.
Yeah. Thanks, Valeria. We really appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm going to show you now Heart in Hand. She sent in some stuff, and her name is Cecilia. She is so nice. So the first one is called Creeping It Round. It's brand new, and I think it's going to be super popular because I have seen 2 Flosstubers actually already finish it and show it.
Oh.
She stitched this on 32 count linen, and she used the large round ceramic cream bowl, and the beads do come in the chart. So when you open your chart, they will be inside stapled to it. And so you can just take it off. It's like a little bowl. We don't sell this bowl, but we'll have to stock it. Right now we just have the smaller one. The next one is Bird in Hand Autumn, and I really like this one, and I might have to make it next year. It is a pillow, so it's so cute. Let's see. She stitched it on 28 count linen, and she stitched her linen to her fabric, and afterwards she put the rickrack on top and just did a top stitch on top. Her top stitch, she used orange thread so it doesn't show up. And here's her back, and I just think he's so cute. The next one is another circle. It is Crow Pocket Round, and this one we have in the plastic bag because this one also has, oops, sorry, it has beads on it. I didn't know that the pattern, I thought it was a fold. So there's beads in this one, and so all these little beads are included. She also stitched this on 32 count linen, and on this, it sits on top of the small bowl, ceramic gray bowl, and we do sell this one. The next one is Patchwork Crow. She stitched on 32 count linen, and there are buttons, and these buttons are included in the pattern, and they're really nice. They're very substantial buttons, and they really add like a dimension, like a 3D, it's hard to tell, but they add a 3D dimension to the design. So that is everything that Cecile sent except one more. This is Ye Old Crow sampler. And it's right here. She stitched this also on 32 count. And the embellishments on this one are also included. So they're just little buttons. And you could change the year if you wanted. And then Cecilia Turner, she put her initials. That's one of the big questions that we get a lot, is why I don't put my initials. And this is a tiny pom-pom trim. Pom-pom trim like this you can find easily at a Joann's. They usually have it on big, big spools. And then you just ask Joann's, you know, oh, can you cut me 2 yards or 1 yard or whatever you need. So sometimes they're harder for people to find because they come on those big reels. So let me know what questions you have on these. And then if any of you are going to stitch any of them for Stitch-tober, because I know it's kind of one of those things where I showed you what I was going to do, and then I showed you what Lori was going to do, and then it's like, that's why you keep adding and adding, and it's like hard to not keep adding. That's why I want to add that one little ornament with hands-on design, that one little pumpkin ornament. I just want to keep adding. It's hard to pick.
Okay, let's see. Vicky Abernathy wanted us to make sure to mention that on that boo, there's a grunge dot that we sell on it. Yeah, the fabric.
Oh, it is a grunge dot. Wow. And then this is a purple rickrack. I didn't even notice the rickrack.
Yeah.
Wow, you have good eyesight. That is some, maybe I'm on TV or something. I can't even tell.
Screen TV. So thank you for that, Vicky.
Yes.
And then Trilby Freeman says, when will the 60 count Witchell chalkboard arrive?
The what?
Once it's set to arrive.
60 count.
16, sorry. I misspoke. 60 count.
I know it shipped.
It's shipped, so any day. Yeah.
Is 60 count real?
No.
Okay.
I was like, what is she talking about?
I'm sorry.
16.
16. I need to enunciate sometimes.
I was like, oh, I don't know. We wouldn't sell that anyway because it's too fancy.
Oh. Okay, from Teresa Woodall, is the hoop in hands-on design wrapped in fabric?
Okay, so here it is. So the hoop, she does have a tutorial on it, and I have actually seen it. So this is wrapped, the hoop is wrapped with fabric. It has a raw edge. So the edge is raw, and then on the back she added felt and she hand stitched this. And all this information is in the pattern, and I think she also has a video on it because I think I watched that video. She has a lot of finishing videos, and you can see this is just a wooden hoop, probably from Hobby Lobby, and it is finished, and I know she has a lot of detail on how she did it. And you have to buy the pattern to get it, to get the instructions. I think in the pattern there's a link. It's a link to the video, but without the pattern you don't have the link. So
it's a secret link.
So it's yeah. How you describe that. Yeah, and then she added some like wire with felt. But this is the one that I really want to add, so I'm probably just going to add it, and maybe I'll do it before Stitch-tober. Like maybe I'll do it this weekend, and then I can just say it's for Stitch-tober and consider September 30th one of my days. That's what I'll do. I'll start a day early. Because, you know, I need more things to do. Yesterday, Denise was like, have you started this? I'm like, oh, no, sorry. I'll get on it. It's a pretty bad one.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, I wonder where that one is. Is it here? Is it at work? Is it? So I had to go find it. And I was like, it's in one of my buckets. I got it. I'll do it.
That's funny. They all need like little GPS trackers to
I
know
know
where they
it's
are.
hard. Like, I can't keep up with myself.
That's funny. From MJ, is there a tutorial for finishing the lids?
From Heart in Hand,
On her
yes.
website.
It's on her website. And they kind of, on the back, they have a 3D effect. So they have like a lip. How do you show?
Do you want to?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Gosh, Lily, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So it's like a maybe 1/4 inch lip, and then that way it sits in the bowl and it doesn't fall off. I would probably be too scared to do that. But I do have something exciting to tell you guys, because I know y'all are going to be just as excited as me. I decided I'm just going to Lori's house. Woo! I called her last night and I was like, I'm just going. Because I was talking to Kevin about it, and I was like, well, I'm waiting for a vaccine. And Kevin was like, first of all, if a vaccine comes, you don't know when it's coming. Second of all, you don't even know if you're going to do the vaccine because now that there's so many things about it. So he was like, just go and just be careful. Just wear a mask, buy 2 seats or something, just go. He's like, just go. Go, don't wait. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. So I called Lori and I was like, she was like, no, you're not going to really come. I was like, no, I'm going to come. So that week we're going to have a pre-recorded live stream and then Lily will have a break.
Woo! That'll be fun.
But yeah, so when we go to Lori's house, I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something.
I'm excited.
You're excited? You're not even going.
I'm just so excited that someone's traveling. Like,
well, I mean, I'm going to 2 dance conventions. And so I think with the reality of that, it's kind of like inevitable. And I'm not going to keep my kids from doing stuff. And so but I am going to probably sit in my room the whole time. I'm not going to go with anybody, but still, I mean, it's kind of inevitable at this point. Kind of the way Emma described it was the cat's out of the bag, which like the virus is out of the bag, which she's right, but like still you gotta be careful. Yeah, so I think if I'm careful, then that's all I can do. But really, you can't just stop your life. I mean, I kind of have stopped my life for 6 months, and I think I'm just done with that for right now. But I'm gonna be safe. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't comment. Don't tell me. I know I'm going to be safe.
Yes. Okay, from Miasia Osby, do you have a calendar with yours and Lori's projects? I need an example of how you break up your stitching.
Yes. We have a free downloadable pattern, but we do have the one that I did. Where could we put it, though?
It's on the community tab.
Oh, well, Lily, there you go. Lily put it on the community tab.
Ashley did, but yes.
Oh, sorry, Ashley put it on the community tab.
Yes.
So, and if Ashley's in the comments, and so if you can't find it, she can help you get to that community tab because people like me don't know how to get to any of the tabs. So don't feel embarrassed if you can't find it, but it should be there. And if you want to make your own, there's a blank one also that you can get on the Jolly Jabber blog and then fill it in. And then Lori's, she hasn't written it out by day, but she is going to do it Friday, and so you can watch her video, subscribe to her channel. And Lori, that's the same Lori I'm talking about going to visit.
All right, and then we had a super chat from Bryn O'Brien for $9.99.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bryn. Also, just Bryn O'Brien has such a nice ring to it.
It sounds like Conan O'Brien. I was like...
A little bit, yeah. Conan's funny.
Oh my gosh, he is not funny.
Oh.
Jocelyn thinks he's funny too. When, like, I don't know, I'm like, but you know, I think his humor, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get the jokes because I'm not like, he's very dry, and you have to be like, you have to really be able to connect the dots, and so I can't really sometimes connect the dots. But I heard a funny joke this morning, I'm going to tell you.
Ooh.
Okay, so I am so upset because I didn't realize that Dancing with Stars was on last night, and I didn't watch it because I went to get Emma, and I didn't realize that I'm so upset with Peyton for not reminding me. So I was trying to figure out this morning when I figured out I missed it if Carol Baskin is still on there. And she didn't get kicked off, but she's getting her own TV show, and they should call it Behind the Bars. Like, instead of Behind the Music, Behind the Bars, because she'd be in jail if she goes to jail for killing her husband. If she did, because that's the legend. Anyway, it was a joke. I didn't really tell it very good. But I'm very upset that I missed Dancing with Stars. Now, I haven't watched Dancing with Stars in years. But I'm so bored with my life that I'm looking forward to that. And plus Derek Huff. I mean, I gotta watch him. So now I'm gonna show you Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea Olive. They're fall themed. So here we go. These are big, so they're gonna take a bit. Okay, so this is, and I know you've seen this before, it is so awesome. This is part of my Stitch-tober. So this is November. Trucking along. It has shipped to customers if you're a club member. And let's see, it's finished on, this is the great thing about what they're doing, is they're telling you what frame it's on. So finished on black frame found at Hobby Lobby, item 1798552. And so she finishes hers separately. So she did the top and the bottom separately. I'm stitching mine the same. And then she hot glued this on top after. I'm going to try to show you how she did this. So she took a washer, like from Hobby Lobby, like a circle washer, and she tied the ribbon around it and then hot glued the washer down. So the washer is holding the bow. I'm giving away Priscilla's secret. She might not want me to. Sorry. Oh, and then this fell off. We'll put it back. So this is part of my Stitch-tober. And the one thing I have been doing is I've been taking the chickens off. So I'll probably just put a double pumpkin here. So that is November Trucking Along. This is part of my Stitch-tober. The next one is Witch Please. And this came out as a PDF recently. And the fun thing about this one is Denise also finished this. So we will have 2 that I can show you. And this is she finished this on a paddle from Lela Mae Designs. Now, and she used her fabric. We got her fabric in, and we do have fat quarter bundles left and yardage left. All of the half yard bundles and 1 yard bundles will be recut. We ordered a ton more. The second it gets here, we will cut it, and so do not panic. This fabric is called Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. It will be in stock for a year. We will continuously order it. And okay, so I'm going to tell you about Lela Mae. So Lela Mae, they have a Facebook group, and they sell their items on their Facebook group. That's the only way to buy them. So you would just follow Lela Mae, which is Lella space Mae, and that is where she got this. The next one is Pumpkin Queen. And here's the pattern. And I'm going to first show you the top. Ooh. So these are, they're candy corns that are on like a wire, and she cut them off. And then she glued this down. She finished this on a seasonal tin that you can find at Michael's or Walmart. They sell them at both stores, actually. And she just glued this one down. And this is how the back looks. So if you're looking for it in the store, this is kind of how it looks. And they use this for a couple of things. And they stitched on black Monica, which is no longer made, sorry. So black Lugana would be similar. And the item number from Walmart is 014434049450, and we will put it in the comments. The next one is also rather large. It is Clovis and Stanley. And here it is. Ooh. Now this is stitched on 28 count Monaco that she dyed. If you wanted something similar, you could do Hazy Gray by Fabric Flair. And this is from Hobby Lobby, and the SKU number of this wood piece is 5113352. And you can see the top. So I think she probably glued this down. Yeah, so she added this wood piece, glued it down.
It comes with that.
It comes with it?
And the raffia.
Oh, it comes with it, Denise is telling me. Well, the people at Hobby Lobby glued it down because I see the glue. She might have painted it.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. So pretty. Ball, y'all. And then Calvin and Trixie. This is one that I'm also doing in Stitch-tober. And this is the one that I'm going to stitch on Hazy Gray. And when I'm stitching it, I'm dividing it into 5 sections. So I'm doing 1 section, 2 sections, and then top, middle, bottom. And here it is. This is stitched on 28 count charcoal gray dyed, and she finished with the Priscilla's Pretty Plaids that we now have in stock. And this board right here is a Lela Mae pumpkin board. And I found these in Michael's this weekend. So they only had like 1 left. It's like a big piece of a bunch of these tied together, kind of like a
bundle of picks.
Yeah, they call them bundles of picks. I never heard them called picks before, but yeah, it's like in the section. It's in the aisle section where there's just a lot of stuff. And then I thought maybe I should get Priscilla some because she's used a bunch for mine. But there was only 1, and I thought, well, that's not going to really do her any good as 1. So this is the back of the pumpkin. The next one is hanging. It's called Calvin and Clyde. And so Lily's going to kind of zoom in. I don't want to pull it off. She finished this one on a Hobby Lobby blue pickup truck found in the 2020 fall section. So sometimes when Hobby Lobby has items in their fall section, they don't last as long, and they sometimes don't have item numbers just because they're a seasonal item. This was stitched on 28 count charcoal gray that Priscilla and Chelsea both tea-dyed. And it's also finished with Priscilla's plaids, and then this orange is a different fabric. The Hobby Lobby number is 9164836. The next one is called Trick or Treat. This is super heavy, so I'm going to lay it down and then we'll show it from the front. It's stitched on 28 count black Monaco. So a 28 count Jobelan or 27 count Linda would be similar. They no longer make 28 count black Monaco. I did email them last week, and Lynn hasn't followed up with us to let us know, but I'm pretty sure it's discontinued. This is finished on a pumpkin right here from Hobby Lobby. The number is 9164816, and of course it has the candy corn and the bows, and it sits up. So I'm going to show you how it sits up. So it's kind of, I like when you can buy stuff that's already standing, so then you don't have to find an easel, because I was decorating and I couldn't find any easels.
Aww.
So, and I was going to ask Lori, hey, if you go to, there's a place in Utah called Quilted Bear, and they sell these easels that I like, and I was like, oh, I could ask her, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to get on the plane and go. So there's this one. The next one is Boo to You, and finished on a buffalo plaid fall frame found in the Walmart seasonal section. And I believe this was in the frame already. Mm-hmm. And then she just glued this on top. These are two of her Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. And she added this. It's so cute. I want to make that one. I might have to make it next year. Mm-hmm. And then the last one that they sent is from the brand new Punch Needle magazine. Ooh. I know it's pretty, right? I want to make it. It's called Fall Sunflowers. It's from this issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitchers. It's stitched on 28 count black Monaco and framed in a barnwood frame that is 5x7, and we do have thread packs. So she added this lace. I think this is Lori Holt lace. Natural lace, it might not be. This is just a fabric. She glued it down, added a sunflower, and we have the thread pack available. Now on the magazine, this is one question that I've seen you guys ask on her channel, so the magazine is in stock. Once this is gone, the magazine, you won't be able to get the pattern until later. So if you really want this, you have to get it while the magazine is out. The magazine, she prints a certain amount, and when they're sold out, they're sold out. And then Priscilla and Chelsea will probably publish this as an independent pattern, but that would be way down the line. And look, it's got little piggies. So I would probably just stitch 4 little piggies instead of the chickens. I decided that I'm anti-chicken. Somebody in the comments was like, what's wrong with chickens? And I was like, I don't know.
That's someone's question right now, actually.
What's wrong with chickens? I just don't live on a farm, so I don't need a chicken. Chickens scare me. One of the stories from when I was a little kid, I'll tell you the story. This is why. When I was little, my granny, this is what we called her, she lived in Belleville, Texas, which is in the middle of, kind of like between here and Houston, kind of, in the middle of nowhere. And she lived she had like a barn and a doughboy trailer, and then she had a chicken coop when chicken coops weren't a thing. Well, she had a hen that attacked my brother, and she was at work. She was a nurse, or she was a nurse assistant, and like attacked her brother. That's not including the time that her dog almost killed us, because he was a Doberman. Anyway, we had lots of fun because we were just wild. Like the way that I was raised, my kids would not be able to survive. They would just be wimped out. So we called my grandma, and we were like, oh my gosh, the hen, we can't get the eggs. The hen attacked my brother. She was like, you better go get those eggs. And he did, and we were like, can we not go back? We don't want to get attacked by the hen.
Oh,
But anyway, that's why I don't like chickens.
that's fair. That's
Maybe I'll
absolutely
do one chicken. One chicken.
fair. Okay. From Robin Trond, Kimberly, did you get the memo that if you put peanuts with candy corn, it tastes like salted nut roll? Like a salted nut roll.
Oh, I'll have to do that because somebody sent me some candy corn.
Oh, that's exciting. It is fall, officially.
Yes.
From Jennifer Aragon, do
Raffia?
you wrap the finished cross stitch around something before you mount it, or is it just folded over? Do you wrap the finished cross stitch?
You usually wrap it over a sticky board. And so, for example, on this piece, she put, oops, upside down, sorry. So on this one, she put batting on top of a sticky board, wrapped it around. This one is also a sticky board wrapped around with no batting. And she has tutorials on our channel, and if you go to the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch YouTube channel, there are also tutorials on her channel on how to do it.
From Brenda So-and-so, regarding her previous question on So She Did, she said that you had mentioned not to sew the rolls all the way across the machine, but to work in sections. And I think a few people chimed in because it looked
Okay, describe this.
Okay, so
Okay.
so she did. You know how it's
Uh-huh.
a full piece. If you have to stop staggered. Remember that we talked about that
That one. Okay, do we have the piece here?
downstairs.
Okay, we're going to get the piece, and then I'm going to answer it with the actual piece so that I can make sense. I thought you were talking about sew by row. But yes, I'm so sorry. Yes, and we're going to show it, and then I'll explain it, because otherwise everyone's going to be confused, including myself, obviously.
they do both have sewing machines.
I know, and they both have sew in the name, so.
Okay, from Susan McAllen, she says, so who makes the beautiful bows?
Priscilla. Priscilla does the bows. She buys the rolls. I think she just buys rolls of bows, and then she does it herself. I don't think she buys the bows. That's why I send all my stuff to her, because I don't know how to do a bow. Okay, here's the piece, so I can explain it. Sorry, I have a little thing in my nose. Okay, so what I had talked about on a previous live stream or video, probably a long time ago. Now, if you're doing like this whole section, and if you can't go all the way across, okay, so like for example, under the buttons especially, if you can't go all the way across, I wouldn't start, like if you were gonna just do this section right here, the light blue, you wouldn't want to stop right here on every row, because when you go back to add this, it's going to show a line. So you would kind of do you would kind of do a few stitches over, a few stitches under, and kind of do each row at a different start and stop, and that way you don't get a straight line coming down, which mine actually looks like it has a straight line, so I probably didn't even follow my own advice. I don't think I did. I think I didn't follow my own advice. I think I found that out after I made it.
Oh.
But I mean, nobody would notice that except me.
All right, from Debbie Long, tell Kimberly I found a game called Pugopoly. It's so cute. If she does not have it, where can I send the information for her to get it?
Oh, I have it.
Oh my gosh.
I have it. Yeah, it's basically Monopoly, but Pugopoly. Yeah, my kids, they really are not good at they don't know how to get along. And they're very competitive, and so they get all mad if they lose. So I kind of have a ban on board games in our house, but also there's nowhere to do them now because our kitchen table is now their school, and they're actually using desktops instead of laptops because we're having trouble with the Wi-Fi in the house. Yeah, the other day the Wi-Fi went out, and so I had 4 kids. Monday, 4 kids. The Wi-Fi's out, so they all are like, I had to email the teachers and be like, "Oh, we're trying to figure it out. Let me reset it. They'll be back on."
Oh,
so they don't
man.
get counted as absent.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah.
stressful. From Crafting a Planned Life, any idea when Classic Colorworks Club will be opening up again?
She is not letting us add. So if people leave the club, that would be the only way.
And then also from Liz Henselmeyer, they're packing chocolate-covered peanuts in with candy corn this year, the Branches brand.
They are?
I guess they are.
I'll have
That
to-
sounds yummy.
I'll have to walk in a store. I did go to Target last weekend for the first time in forever, and I said, this Target is really big. It seems really big, and Emma said, this is the same as every Target. What's wrong with you? And I was like, well, I guess since I haven't been to the store in forever. But yeah, we had a light out, and I was like, well, I don't really want to go to Home Depot because Home Depot seemed to be packed. Like, because I guess people are doing like the renovation. So I was like, well, we can go get the light bulb at Target because it's more spread out. So I'm going to take a little break, and Lily's going to have her little segment, and then I'm going to come right back and keep the show going because I still have a bunch. I'm going to go this way and try not to hit. I'm going to look funny, but I can't. I don't want to hit the microphone.
That's funny. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name's Lily. In case we haven't met virtually yet. And I'm going to talk to you guys about flash sales. And they're down
Yeah.
these. Okay. Hang on. Oh, brought my phone. Okay. Flash sales. I'm going to cut to top camera here. Hey, that worked. Okay. So, Harvest pattern by Needle Bling Designs. Flash sale today. And then here's the skinny on Halloween. So cute. I love that one right there. And that reminds me of Mike Wazowski. But yeah, those are our flash sales for today. Oh, this is by Heart and Hand. I don't think I said that. And let's see. That was very quick. We don't have that many flash sales today. So I know a few of you guys have asked if I cross stitch. I do not cross stitch at the moment. I did buy myself a pattern from us. I'm going to pop it up right now. So I bought this pattern by Tiny Modernist. It's a PDF download. And I believe Lori was the one who was asking for me to show what I had bought. I have not started stitching this. I did buy the fabric and thread for it, so I can gather a list of all that for y'all.
What fabric did you pay?
It was a random fabric from Hobby Lobby. So I think it's just like a brown Aida.
Okay.
So I'll try to work with Denise here to match it as closely as we can once I do start stitching it. I will say the grapefruit that sits there, I hate grapefruit. I really don't like it. It just doesn't taste good to me. I think it's like the cilantro thing for some people. But yeah, so I'm gonna, instead of the grapefruit colors, I bought 2 different yellow threads to turn it into a lemon because I love lemons. So yes, that is the cross stitch pattern I bought. I have not started stitching it yet, but I will by the end of the year, I promise, and I'll keep you guys updated. And Kimberly's back. Do intermission music.
We're going to like record her saying that and play it. Okay, thank you, Lily.
Yeah.
So the next thing I wanted to show you was Stitch Quarterly. Oops. This one was finished by Priscilla.
Hey, pumpkin.
I'm trying to figure out where she stitched it. Oh, here it is. Hobby Lobby. And there's, let's see, 1798222. We're going to start adding the numbers on all of our patterns. And so she added the bow, the greenery, the pumpkin, she glued it down. And again, the bow, she did the bow and she ties the bow in the center. And that keeps it down and intact. And she used cute pom-pom trim. And this is also her Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. So we are trying, what we're going to do each time on Stitch Quarterly, this is the pattern, it's called Hey Pumpkin. On each of these, we're gonna have Priscilla finish one, and that's gonna be the one that's on the cover. And then after it gets out to the customers, we're gonna do a video and show you a sewing method. So a way to do this if you don't know, if you're more of a sewer, because most of my customers are. So we did this video. It came out super cute. The kit is now sold out, and the pattern will be online October 19th if you're not a member of the club. And we do that so that our Stitch Quarterly club members get it first, and they have the advantage of that. And one of the questions that we have gotten this morning is, what do you do when it gets dirty? So I would say, don't use it as like a real mug rug. Like, don't really put drinks on it. But that's what I would say. And I know that's not the answer y'all want. I would say spot treat it. I will tell you that I use a Tide pen. I have those Tide pens, and I have them all over the house, and I would use a Tide pen. Or you could use the soap that we showed last week that we just got in. Now, I haven't used it before, so I don't know how it works. But I'm super excited that we showed you this. I show you how to do all of it, including the binding. Mm-hmm. And this fabric, just so you guys know, is out of stock. It will come back in stock later in the year. It is kind of a plaid. And we were kind of having trouble finding something that matched, and so we had to go with something that was sold out, but that's just due to fabric availability right now. But let me know if y'all have watched this video. Give it a like. I had to watch it yesterday, and I was like, I don't like watching myself. I really don't. It gets in my head, and I was like, I really was like, how can people sit here and watch me for 30 minutes? This is like so boring. I'm so mean to myself.
What is Stitch Quarterly?
So Stitch Quarterly is our quarterly cross stitch club. So each quarter you would get a bag. Inside the bag you get a pattern. You get the fabric to make the piece, and you get the thread to make the piece. Each time it'll be a different type of cloth, different floss. We're going to be doing different things rather than DMC. Not in the next one, but the one after. And you also get a notion and a needle.
And several people have been asking if the floss biddies are coming in yet.
Denise is going to look up the date, but I think it's September 25th, so that's like 2 days from now. It should be very soon, like any day. I think it's already on the truck, on its way to us. So within the next week or two.
Mm-hmm. From Scrap Fair Knits, are there cross stitch fabrics that would work better for sewing?
Oh, I think they all would work. I think it would be harder to stitch with linen just because it's thinner, but stitching with 14 count or 10 count is super easy. You just finish your piece and then sew it in. So I think any of them are fine. I treat it just like I would quilting fabric. I think the key to doing the cross stitch is you really can only cut once. It's not like quilting fabric where if you make a mistake you can go back. So you just have to be careful when you cut your piece out. I will tell you that what we have come up with for the December Stitch Quarterly is amazing. Priscilla finished it and it looks amazing, and then the project we came up with is unique and amazing, and so if you are in the club, look forward to that. If you're not in the club, sign up. We do have limited spots.
All right, and lots of people are saying they really liked the video. It was inspiring. It was awesome.
Oh,
Thank
thanks.
you. It was great. Thank you, everyone. And from Miasia Osby, she says, Kimberly, I started quilting in 2017 and stitching with you in July 2020. I have a confession, and I think I favor cross stitch. How do you juggle and plan your time between quilting and stitching? And she has more to her comment, but I'll pause here.
So I do the cross stitch every night because I can't quilt tonight because I'm too tired. So I will cross stitch at night. For my quilting that I do for work, I take off and I treat it like my job. So this week, Monday and Tuesday, I quilted all day for live stream, and I brought everything in for Friday's live stream on that channel, which is Fat Quarter Shop. So I have to use some of my hours that I would normally be doing computer stuff or reordering, and I just have to sit down and just do it as part of that. Now that my boys, there's no sports at all. Now Emma's dance is still going because that's this, she was already in that, and that's what the studio decided. The boys have nothing available. There's even baseball's not coming back. So they're home more. So if I'm home on a Sunday and I have time, I'll sew in the morning on a weekend, but I have to just, all of this is my job, so it's not really fair to compare what I do to other people. And I do tend to work a lot. So yeah.
Okay, and then the next part of her question, she said, I'm home a lot because of my health. Doing this makes me feel productive. Can you do a session of time management / planning projects for the year?
Yeah, we could. I mean, that's definitely something that I do, because I will tell you that Denise and I have already planned through like next March of everything we're stitching. Of course, we will add and take away, but everything, a lot of it is it's all on a piece of paper. I do everything on a piece of paper. Everyone who works here does things on calendars or charts or like fancy systems. For me, when they come to my office, I'm like, here's my piece of paper. We're going to go, because that's how I learned. I'm older. Everything is on a piece of paper, because when I'm at home, guess what? I can just pull my book out and I know, okay, I've got to do this. I'm also very like goal oriented. So it's like, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. Like the more I do, the more I can add. So it motivates me to be able to do more, because if I finish, I can do something else.
Okay. From Chris Holisek, if Kimberly stitches the heart and hand design shown earlier on linen, will she use 16 count Aida or 14?
Okay, so this piece right here, sorry, the camera, it was reversed. Okay, so she stitched this on 32 count linen, which is equivalent to 16 Aida. I'm doing 14 count Aida, and I'm just using the chalkboard black that I use with everything else. So, can't see this till later. But this is what I'm going to stitch on right here. So it's, similar, but it'll be bigger because it's 14 count.
Also, just the way the question was worded sounded like one of those math problems, like from the math books to me, like if Kimberly does this, and then
yeah.
she's going this fast on stitching now.
Yeah, if you drive this many miles an hour and you need to drive this many hours, how long will it take you?
Yeah.
My kids are always like, they love math, but they're like, I'm like, well, that's the one thing you're going to use forever. And Emma's been, I don't want to say struggling with algebra, but it's harder to learn, I think, if you're not at school. So she's like stuck. So I'm going to get her a tutor. But I'm like, well, algebra's like the one thing you have to have. Geometry's nice, but you got to have algebra. Like, because I struggled with geometry more than algebra, but I mean, I'm pretty good at math. So yeah, all my kids are good at math. So I'm like, okay, you got that from Kevin and I. And then we have one son that's a really good writer. I don't know where that came from, but boy, he could write a book. And I'm not kidding.
Okay, from Vita Tobias, what fabric for the cross stitch is in the Stitch Quarterly? Is it for a beginner?
Yes, it's for a beginner, and it's different each time. So this month, this is 10 count burlap by Lori Holt. Last month was 25 count vintage country mocha, which you stitch over two, but it's big, and so it's easy to see. And then I think the first one was 14 count Aida. So we change it each time. So you're always going to get something different. We do kind of want our style to be cohesive so that you can tell that it's from the same designer. We do have everything planned for next year, and it's amazing. So I'm going to show you some whips now. And this is what Cheryl's been working on. And I've shown this. This is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. For all of you wondering, we are sold out of the thread pack. We will make more when we can get more black coffee. Blue corn, sorry, we do have black coffee now. It's blue corn that now we're waiting on. So this is so big that it's hard to even fit on the table. She stitched on 32 count Legacy Lugana by Picture This Plus. She used the called for threads, and this is Cheryl's. She's almost done. And so I think this is all she has left. And then when she frames it, she definitely will let us show it. So you can see down here she's got the vines, I guess, and then the border, and she's done. And I don't know if there's any back stitching in this that she'll need to do, but she's really close. So you guys think that I do a lot, but I mean, look at how much Cheryl gets done. And she works too, so.
And she quilts.
Yeah, oh yeah, and she quilts. The next one by Cheryl. I'll put this aside. Oh, look at the back of her work. Okay, I mean, really, come on. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I seriously don't know how she sees these stitches. I have no idea. It's beautiful. And the next one by Cheryl is Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. Now this is a linen, and you can tell it's a linen because linen is thinner and it's not as even. She stitched on 32 count Belfast linen from her stash, and she's using the called for colors. So pretty. And then when she finishes this one, she'll bring it in too, so we can see how she finishes it. So those are the whips that we have this week. And now we're going to go to stitched finishes. And my first finish is August Trucking Along. So you can see that when Priscilla makes hers, she stitches it as two pieces. This would be one piece, and this would be another piece. I decided to stitch mine as one piece, each of them. And the things that I did different here is there are two chickens here. I put 2 bees, and then I took the piggy. I took the chicken and turned it into a piggy. So this is my dog, and she does have a pattern for this dog for free on her blog, which is priscillas2000.blogspot.com. And it's been a lot of fun to the ornaments. Oh, okay. Sorry. So this is my first finish. My next finish is I'm going to show you all 4 of the Housewives Halloween ornaments. There are 5. So I'm going to tell you about them. So this is the first one. So I finished this. And again, she's got her candy corn. That's the first one. These are all available on our site as PDFs. The next one that I finished is Spooky Haunts. And on these, I stitched on 14 count chalkboard black, and I used the called for colors, and I didn't make any changes. The next one is Cataween Cow. And the next one is Goals Garland. So this came out this morning. So you can find this one on our website. And what's fun about this, I'm going to show you all 4 together first. And then I'm going to show you the surprise of the day. The surprise of the day. So thank you, Priscilla, for finishing these for me. They're so beautiful. I put them in my tray so you could see them in my tray. I want to take them home, but I'm not going to be able to take them home yet. So I'm going to show you these. And then if you buy today's PDF, which is Goals and Garland, the Ghost, if you buy this today, in your PDF in the back, you get a pattern to make the pumpkin pile. Now the pumpkin pile on the top has a cat. But I mean piggy!
That's a piggy.
So you have to buy this pattern. It comes with a cat. Now I can't show it to you because the pattern is just the pattern with the cross stitch. So I can't show it to you. Well, I could kind of flash it real quick. See, it comes with a cat. Now, that comes free. If you want to make the piggy head, you go to priscillas2000.blogspot.com and piggy's there. Now, this is the one I was talking about that I stitched in a lighter brown, and it looked good on the ears, but then when I got half of the head done, I was like, oh, it doesn't contrast, so I pulled it all out. And on this, she gave this pattern to me on Monday. And I was like, wait, we're showing this Wednesday? I have a day. Wait, what? So I didn't come to work Monday or Tuesday. So what I did is I went and got in my floss and I changed my floss. And the only reason I changed it was not because I didn't like it. It's because it's what was in my stash. So I used Pumpkin Harvest, 12 grain, 4-leaf clover, as the darker green. The lighter green was Artichoke by Weeks Dye Works. I did his collar in Morning Glory. And his the outside of his face is Tea and Biscuits, and the dark brown is Trail Dust. And those are a little bit different than what she called for, but this was all left over from this or different things that I've done. So this cost me nothing. This piece was sitting in my fabric drawer, but literally Monday, 3 p.m., she's like, oh, look, I have a piggy. And I'm like, wait, oh, you're releasing that when? But I wanted you guys to be able to see it, and oh my gosh, thank you, Priscilla, because now I have piggy. But what I wanted to also show you, because I'm getting so excited now, is my cross-stitch journal. It's all beat up, but it's all done. So I started that in 2019, so this is like my third journal that I think I finished. The next one is also, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, I just broke it.
You can just stick it.
Hold on, it'll go back. Hold on, I gotta fix it. Okay, the next one I wanted to show you was Denise finished Witch Please. Let me move these. And I'm gonna talk you through how she finished hers on a budget. So this is Witch Please. Where's the other one? Oh, sorry. So this is Priscilla and Chelsea. And okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to see how Priscilla did hers. So Priscilla did a Lela Mae paddle and her fabric. Denise went to Target. She bought this coffin in the dollar section. It's just like this. She bought vinyl. Oh my goodness, I keep breaking it. She bought vinyl from the dollar section, and then she just added this. So this finish cost about $3. So there is a way to do all of this on a budget. And she glued down a felt kitty cat. So that is, it's so cute, right?
Yeah.
And she just glued the flower at the top. It just unsnapped, but it's my fault, I'm sorry. The next one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And we are going to, Priscilla, Chelsea, and I are going to do something in December with this. And I did ask to borrow this, so this is Priscilla's finishes. This is Priscilla's finish, but I asked to borrow it because I love it and I wanted to see it in person. Hobby Lobby, you can get this, it's like a mailbox. It's a mailbox that opens. It's 508-6657. She used her Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. And so if you want to sew along with us, I'm going to be sewing this along with 2 or 3 other designs in December of Priscilla and Chelsea's designs. We're nailing down the details now, but get your pattern now. And the top, this is from Target dollar section. They usually sell these little wooden houses, and you can find them, and then this is just greenery that is glued down. So that is everything that we have finished. So let me know if you have any questions on any of that before I go on to any of the rest.
Okay. From Sewing Becca, does Lori Holt have a black or chalkboard, 25 count Lugana available now?
Any day, it's coming. So right now, Riley Blake buys the fabric by the bolt, and they cut it up in America, and they buy it from Germany. They cut it up and package it, and so it's being packaged right now. And I did show a piece of it last week or the week before, I can't remember which week, but I have shown it, and it is on our Coming Soon page, and it's called Blackboard instead of Chalkboard Black. So yes, any day. It hasn't shipped yet, I do know that, but they're packaging it right now.
Priscilla and Chelsea say, got your mailbox yesterday.
Oh, you did? Okay, thanks.
Ooh.
I didn't see it at, I didn't go to Hobby Lobby. I went to Michael's. I went to Michael's this weekend. I decorated, and I decided that the house wasn't fluffy enough. And so I was like, it's not fluffy enough. We're going to go. And so I went to Michael's and Home Goods. And Home Goods actually had stuff for the first time.
Hey.
And then I kept telling my boys, I was like, it's not fluffy enough. And Peyton said, Mom has a new word, fluffy. No one knows what it means. And I was like, oh, you know what it means.
That's
Anyway.
great.
Yeah,
It's
he's-
like when I say yummy, Cruz is like, I don't know what you mean by yummy. If I'm like, that
What?
fabric looks yummy. It, like,
oh my
it
gosh.
looks yummy.
Yeah, I know what that means.
Thank you.
But yeah, he was like, fluffy. What does fluffy mean? I was like, okay.
Coffee. Also, as we've been having our live stream, a few people have been talking about starting like a Zoom cross-stitching group, and they were just asking how they can share contact info. Please don't share your email in the chat because then it will be visible to anyone who ever views this video. If you guys want to connect, I think the best way to do that is through our Facebook group, Kimberly Stitch Squad, and y'all can start finding each other on there and then private messaging each other to connect. That is my recommendation for that. And then Chris Holisek says, if I stitch the crow basket round on 14 count Aida, not 16, would it fit the bowl?
Probably not.
From Jennifer Jungles, are we supposed to buy the ghost garland from Fat Quarter Shop or Housewives Etsy shop for the free chart?
Either one. Shop with either one of us, and I'm fine with that. Either one, but the free pattern is available on her site and my site.
Okay. And can we repeat the mailbox number?
Sure.
Give us 1 sec.
Give us 1 second. Hobby Lobby. 508-6657.
Excellent.
So I'm going to show you some new stuff that we have. So Serendipity is our charity stitch along that we're going to have next year. And we have the bag. The bag can be used for quilting or sewing. And this came in this week. It is keychain. So what you would do is put it on your bag and then you're ready for the charity event. So I just wanted to show you because that came in. Another thing that came in is this Prim Star enamel needle minder that we had made for Lori. So what you do with this is open your bag. Ooh, that's substantial. Put this on, and there's your needle minder. So you put your needle on this when you are switching and working on your project, but this is brand new and similar, same quality as the sheep that has been super popular that we had to reorder. So that is new from us, and then from other vendors, Little House Needleworks has a new pattern. It is called Bountiful Harvest, and Vonna Pfeiffer did the sample, and so if you have any questions on how she finished it, she is available on Facebook. And then we got requests for the Flamingo Christmas, so we ordered them. So there's Flamingo all the way, Flamingo Bells, like Jingle Bells, and then Fa La La Mingo. So again, she's got her puns. So that is what's new in our shop today. I'm happy to answer any questions. I hope that stuff I've shown you has shown you something that you like for your taste. We want to be able to show all different types of products, and you can see that like Hands-On Design, Heart in Hand, they stitch on a higher stitch count so that their designs are smaller, so that gives you a different look. Priscilla and Chelsea and I, we all stitch on similar size. So they stitch on 28 count Monaco and I stitch on 14 count Aida.
From our Element, is it a mesh bag like the plaid and Lori Holt's prim bag? The Serendipity?
No, it's plastic. So it is
There's
plastic.
no holes.
Yeah, and then there's no holes, and it's like a little grid, and you can fill the grid on the inside but not the outside. And so we had this for our charity for last year, and so we did one this year for charity. And I showed it last week, but the key chain hadn't come in, and I wanted to show how good it looked and how the colors really match, because those are two different vendors, and it's always exciting when things actually work, because they don't always work.
Yeah, they do match really well. From Lori McNee, good morning. Are you going to get more of the harvest patterns?
Yes. So everything that we've shown today or in previous live streams, we keep on order. And a couple of the vendors are a little bit behind because of COVID, so stuff is taking a little bit longer to get to us. But yes, it is on order. I want to thank you guys for watching today. I can't wait to see you guys next week. I'll have new stuff. I would love for you to comment and let me know what your favorite item was that I showed today, because the more comments I get on what you enjoy and what you like, the more I can show that type of thing on our channel. We would love for you to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.